Good morning, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Slayedbyselai. Well, it's currently morning as I'm filming right now, so if you hear background noise, it's my boyfriend getting ready for work. We're both getting ready for work, so this video is going to be another fun work face. The only difference between this video and the other subtle makeup work face is that this video is going to be just products using drugstore brands. The reason why I wanted to do a drugstore brand face is because I understand that, you know, when we're all getting into makeup, sometimes you want to try the best of the best, but the best of the best cost a lot and can be very expensive and kind of steep on the pockets, especially when you're starting out on your makeup journey. You know, I wouldn't recommend somebody to just jump into like the high grade of makeup. So I always recommend starting off with the drugstore and seeing what you can build off of that, because I know that's where I personally started. So, you know, there's nothing wrong with drugstore brands, and definitely the quality's pretty good. It's not what you would think that a drugstore brand makeup would be. You think, you know, compared to like Sephora, MAC, that it would be less quality and, you know, not worth the buy, but you sleeping on drugstore. So let's jump in. Please excuse my do-rag marks. I did switch to my bonnet to protect my bantu knots, and I figured my bonnet was probably a little bit more better than my zebra do-rag. So ignore my do-rag marks. So yeah, let's jump in. First thing first, we're gonna start with the e.l.f. primer, mineral infused facial primer. Again, all these products is at the drugstores. You can get it at your local CVS, Walgreens. To be honest, some of these products you can even buy at Dollar General. So next, I want to go ahead and I'm gonna slap some tape on, just to make the cleanup a lot more easier for eyeshadow, just in case there's a lot of fallout. In case there is a lot of fallout, we are prepared. Boom. This little tape trick is handy. So, you know, once you're done with your eyeshadow and your eyeliner, you can just snatch it out. And this is this nice, clean, cut, precision eyeshadow. Now we are going to jump into our eyebrows. I am using the LA Colors Browy Wowie Brow Pencil, and it is in the shade Dark, but it has a nice angle so you can get in those, get that nice arch, that nice fill in. So I'm gonna jump into some eyebrows. Browy Wowie. Gonna fill that baby in. For a disclaimer, I've never used this LA Colors brow pencil before. This was actually one of my most recent pickups from the drugstore for makeup. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and try this. I've never tried LA Colors brow pencil before, so let's see what, you know, let's see if there's a hype to it. Let's see what happens. So far, so good. Alright, we're feeling. Okay, LA Colors. Okay. Shade that in. Yeah, that looks great. This is really gliding on, you guys. I feel like I do have to kind of swipe a little bit more. It doesn't really fill after a couple of strokes. I feel like it's very, very light, but it's still, I still wouldn't sleep on this. So I'm going to take my foundation. I am going to use the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in the shade Caramel for this video, and I'm going to go ahead and just clean my brows up. So I didn't get a specific eyeshadow primer for this video. So what I did, I just added a little bit of the e.l.f. primer to my lid. Usually I have like a specific eyeshadow primer, but you know what? It's all Gucci. Sometimes you gotta work with what you have to get what you want. The inspiration, like truly behind this face is one day I left my entire bag of makeup at home. Like literally, I left everything, and I was going out of town. I was going to my college homecoming. Shout out to Virginia State. Whoop whoop. I was going to my college homecoming, and I was just such in a rush to like get off work and like come home and get ready, hurry up, hit the road, because we was meeting my best friend in Charlotte. So you know, I'm all piped, I'm all like hyped up and you know ready to go and whatnot. And I have not been to homecoming since I graduated in 2015. So that was why I was so excited to go. But child. So for eyeshadow, I am using the Rimmel London Magnify Eyes Color Edition of beautiful metallic shades as well as some matte ones. So I want to go in and do this nice purple. I'm kind of feeling purple inspired. Let me see between these two which one is gonna be it. All right, so for this one, I'm gonna use this one, this purple. I'm gonna start off with this one and then work my way up. So we're gonna dab, 1, 2. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start in my crease and just give myself a nice little, just watch. So anyway, homecoming. So I bought all this makeup for my homecoming months prior to it coming, just to be prepared, because you know I knew that I wanted to freaking slay, you know, like I'm coming to kill and you know coming to show face and like literally show face. So you know I just you know prepared for months for this, just really wanting to have everything that I would want there, and then some to again create this beautiful face that I imagine to be rocking for my homecoming events. And anyway, I was such in a rush to leave Georgia for the drive to Charlotte that I forgot my whole entire makeup bag. Like when I say a bitch was pissed, like I had and the thing is I didn't even realize I didn't have my makeup bag until I got to Charlotte. When I say I was upset, like upset just was not the word. Like I was livid. I could have choked myself out. I was talking about like, oh, I'm about to drive back home, get my makeup bag, and I come back. Mind you, Charlotte to my house is like 3 hours away. So a bitch was really tripping. Like I really was thinking that I'm about to go back and I'm about to go get my bag, and like I refuse to go to homecoming without my makeup bag. So I literally like had a whole meltdown as soon as we got to Charlotte. And I know my best friend Dawn was like, this chick is crazy. She's over here crying over some freaking makeup. And then when I told him like, whoa, I've been preparing for months for this. You know, I bought a specific palette just to use at homecoming, and I forgot it, you know, like of course that's upsetting, you know, when you plan for something and when that does not go according to plan. Of course you're gonna be pissed. Pissed ain't the word. Okay, I'm gonna go blend the purple out, the dark purple out with this soft purple. So with me leaving my makeup bag for homecoming, I had to improvise. So what I end up doing was the next morning before we headed to Virginia for homecoming, I stopped at CVS and I literally bought me a whole new face. I'm talking foundation, eyeliner, like literally everything. I had nothing, not even brushes. I didn't have anything at all. But it's cool though, because CVS got me right. for like $70, I had a whole face. And you know, I think I even only spent like 60 because the lady had a coupon, and I was able to kind of save some money on some of the items. Like some of the things was on sale, so that was also awesome. Awesome. But yeah, that was like a big inconvenience. I could not believe that I just had to sit there and just build a whole freaking face in CVS. But thank God, since CVS has a lot of makeup, that I was still able to come out with everything that I needed. I'll come back in with that inner corner because that blended out so well. Make sure you guys can see. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm trying to make sure that I can, that you guys are seeing what I'm doing. I'll come back with these corners. Highlight. I'm gonna use the Pro Conceal by LA Colors just to cut out some of the purple, and I'm gonna go in and add this shimmery, let me show you guys, this beautiful shimmery gold in the middle where I left the space on my eyelid. That is where the gold is going to go. I'm like a little, sinuses is acting up this morning. I'm gonna use the same one. The one that I just cleaned out with my eyebrows with, I'm just gonna grab this one back. It's fine, it's not like I just did anything crazy with it. I just used some foundation to clean out my eyebrows. And I could see if maybe I got the eyebrow material or the eyebrow on there, but I didn't, so we be aight. I'm gonna like cut some of that out. So now that's cut out. I am going to use the little application that came with the eyeshadow palette, and I'm gonna swipe some of this beautiful gold. I'm just gonna use the little fluffy brush side and pat some of that gold in. Yeah, you see how that gold is so pigmented. Oh my gracious. I didn't play with this gold when I got this. I was just messing around in the green and the browns and the nudes. I was not catching this gold, and I should have. Oh man. Just gonna soften that a little bit. I mean by soften, I mean just kind of like blending products together, like so. Like so. Now let's do the other eye, baby. Now with a clean brush, I am going to go back in and just kind of marry the products together. Make sure there's no harsh lines. We want everything to be soft and combined into one. Clean it up, make sure it's soft. No harshness. We don't want harsh lines. All right. So now that is done. Eyeshadow is complete. Check. All right. To the next, to the next, to the next. Eyeliner. I'm going to use the Wet n Wild felt tip eyeliner. I start with a line on the outer corner. Just a small little line. And then I start to connect. we are going to jump in, slap on some foundation. Let's remove the tape. Nice tape. This is what I love about the tape. Watch this clean precision. Look at all that extra. Just cleans it right up for you. It does the hard part for you, which is trying to make it even and clean. Like, girl, go get you some good old Scotch tape. You know, and you can always go back and touch up. Nothing wrong with a little touch up. Alright, that's that. Next, foundation. Still gonna use the same one, the Wet n Wild. Just gonna spackle that on one. Spackle. Get that forehead. Gotta have that forehead. And jaw. I'm gonna take a foundation brush, hit it with some primer to help blend out that product. And I'm just gonna go in. I love this foundation. I think this might be one of my favorite so far, inexpensive drugstore makeups. Drugstore foundation. It's, first of all, inexpensive. It gives me a nice coverage. Like, I can build this up. It's not full coverage, but it is definitely buildable. Like, now, I usually sometimes do like layers of the foundation if I want. Now that the foundation's done, I'm going to use a little bit of concealer. I am using the e.l.f. concealer in the shade Fair. I was very, very hesitant about this concealer. I am not even going to lie to you. Just the fact that it saying the shade Fair, I was like, I mean, I'm not fair at all. So I'm not really confident in like if this is going to leave me, you know, kind of pasty, and you know, a complexion that's not me. You know, when I think fair, I think very, very light, like for, you know, very light skin tones. My skin tone, I mean, like, yes, I'm light, but I'm not that light. I ain't that light. Like, some people be trying to play me, but I'm not that light. Throw a little bit here in the middle. And while we're doing that, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna get out the rest of our utensils. Back to this beauty. You know what? I'm not gonna use the beauty blender for the eye. I'm gonna use a foundation brush. Just to kind of smooth out some of this product. And we're gonna start from the inner, not the inner, the outer, and blend, and then work our way towards the inner. As I blend this out, it does start to go into my skin tone. It doesn't become as light as I thought it was going to be. And all honesty, again, I bought this one from CVS as well. This should just probably be called a CVS haul, because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, majority of everything that I got is from CVS. With a combination of Walgreens. That's the only thing I can't remember. So that's why I'm just going to call it a drugstore haul, because I'm not going to give CVS all the credit when I do go to Walgreens as well. Walgreens be having them sales, though. Especially on Milani. They be having them sales. That's where the sales be at. See, look at that. Once it's blended in, it's not as light as you would think fair is. Would I usually go for fair? No. But in this case, for this type of concealer, when I first saw it, I was like, it's not that really many varieties of concealer here or e.l.f. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna take it and I'm gonna try it. I've also like looked it up as well, and it just didn't. I took a gamble on this concealer. I really did. Took a big gamble. But you know what? Sometimes for makeup, you have to gamble. And sometimes it pays off and sometimes it don't. If it don't, then that's fine. If it do, that's a win, you know? It's great. But you see, it doesn't make me look pasty at all. It blends right into my foundation and everything that I want. All right. Now chin. Let's get that chinny chin chin. That chinny chin. And that forehead. I'm gonna go in and contour. We are again using some Wet n Wild, the contouring palette by Wet n Wild. I am just going to take a little sponge brush, get some of that dark contour, and hit this cheekbone. I was sleeping on this contour, you guys. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. When I saw this, I was like, Wet n Wild contour. I'm like, how good could that be? But I was sleeping, y'all. I was sleeping because this is actually a really good contour palette. Like, really good. For it to be so inexpensive, it really does last all day. It's like, you know, it is like kind of light to put on, very, very light to put on, to make you feel like, is anything even going on this, you know? Is anything even happening? But shorty, I'm trying to tell you, it's happening. It's definitely happening. While the contour's on, I'm going to bake a little bit. I'm going to use the Airspun translucent powder. And guess where you can find it? Yes. You got that right. CVS. Got that right, boo. I'm just going to take this little brush because I'm also going to use this to blend out my contour. Dab it in that little translucent powder and hit that under eye. The reason why we are baking, again, we want our concealer to be there all day. I expect, you know, to still be concealed by the end of my work day. Take it in on the corner of my nose as well. And just kind of like dab it into the skin. Dab, dab, dab. Do the same thing for the other eye. Tap underneath. Bring it to the nose. And blend out. Alright, look at that. Okay. Translucent powder, done. One more spot. I have to hit this spot. Can't forget this. Get that forehead. Oh, too much powder up here. Take some down on my chin. Since I did contour down there. I'm gonna take a angled brush, a face angled brush, and blend all this contour out. You could definitely go in and put the light contour underneath your eyes if you want to, but I'm not going to for this video. I honestly like the way the shade is already underlined with my eye, especially with that the concealer being fair. I don't want to be too pasty. Get that contour popping. Don't forget the chin. Don't forget we put some at the chin. Just make sure your foundation is blended. Make sure your lines are out, blended out as well. Make sure there's no missing foundation spots. So blend everything there. Make sure we blend everything out. Next, we want to do some mascara. I'm going to use the Bold Lash Mascara by LA Colors. I have a lot of LA Colors, I'm realizing. I didn't even know I had all these LA Colors. And then I hit a little mascara on this. You can honestly put some lashes on if you prefer, but again, I don't do that for work. I feel like You know, sometimes I will if I know I'm about to go out after work, but if I'm not going nowhere after work, I don't put it on. I have to use a little bit of blush. I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Pearlescent Pink. This pink is so gorgeous. Like, look at that. You just kind of like tap and you got your pink. Got your color right there. Now I'm gonna do a little lip liner. Okay, lip liner's on. For my lipstick, I am going to use my Milani lipstick in the shade Bahama Beige. It's the color, the number 55. It smells really good. It kind of smells like chocolate. I'm just gonna clean up a little bit of the lipstick just to make sure that, there's no little errors underneath my lip. Clean that up, just like that. Just took a little concealer and just run it at the bottom. You can also use foundation as well. Again, you don't have to use concealer. I'll take foundation brush again, flat foundation brush, and just gonna clean that up. All right, girl. I'm gonna use this setting spray to set my makeup. I actually bought this from the hair store, but you also may be able to find it at a drugstore as well. What I'm gonna do is just take a brush and just kind of like tap everything in. Just kind of blend out, make sure everything is going to stay. I like to just take a nice brush after the setting spray and just set all my powders. So this is my drugstore look. Yes, Walgreens, Rite Aid, wherever you want to go to, you will be able to find these products. Well, you should, for the most part, be able to find these products, especially Wet n Wild. Wet n Wild's everywhere. Like I said, you can even find some of these stuff in Dollar General. You don't have to break the bank to achieve your desired makeup look. You do not have to go to the top name brand makeup stores to get you a face, girl or boy. My makeup lovers, you don't have to do it to yourself. You don't have to break your pockets. You don't have to break your budget. You can create a nice, luxurious, luminous face just like this for inexpensive. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys, watch and subscribe and share with your friends. Definitely share it to your friends, especially the ones that want to get into makeup but is just intimidated by either the price, the knowledge on makeup, whatever. Just tag your makeup lover friends and stay tuned for more videos. Make sure you like, subscribe to my channel, comment, let me know what you think about this face. Let me know if you want to see another face or if you have any other additional ideas. And holla at your girl. Catch you later. Have a great day, everybody. I will come back as well and show you the full everything with my hair twisted out. I'm about to go pull these bantus out right now and put everything together with this face. So love you guys. Thank you for watching.